I'm Tony Fast, and my family's been blessed to be able to farm in Montana for over 100 years now. A lot has changed in those 100 years, and it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have and blessings from our Savior Jesus Christ. Well, it is 4th of July weekend, or 4th of July Wednesday, we'll make it a weekend, and we are normally haying this time of year. 4th of July is usually when we're getting rolling pretty good with that, but since it seems to rain every other day over here now and more rain in the forecast, we've only done a little bit of swathing just to make sure everything's working right and kind of making a plan on how we're going to run the swather. But what are we going to go do, guys?
Go camping.
Camping? What else? Just hang out with friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a plan to me. Look at this guy. I can't believe his hat even fits in here. That's a pretty impressive hat you got there, Brad.
Thank you.
Yeah, after some.
Throw it to me.
They're not fun.
Oh. Throw it to me.
Oh!
Last night we had a pretty good thunderstorm go through the farm. Had a little rain where we were camping at down the lake. But I'm out looking at fields. This is our first seeded canola field here. We had about 4/10 of rain over on this side of the farm. Had hail at home. Maybe had some hail on the east side of the farm. So I'm going to go check out what damage there is and kind of show you guys what's going on. I did find Dad over here checking fields on my way out, so we're running around here, gonna go see where we gotta tell, put claims in for hail. We'll go from there. There's hail damage here. Don't look too bad, but there's lots of blooms to come out yet. Yeah.
It wasn't bad on the north end over there. Thing just kind of built and then it got like up to this over here and then it kind of shrunk again the way it looked.
About halfway across this field. And there's a little bit of damage here, not much. Definitely was lighter hail here. If they're kinked but not broken off, they'll turn back up and keep growing up and keep putting pods on. So that's pretty cool. That's really tough plant when it's at this stage, but once it's ripe, they're really brittle, and the hail will destroy a crop way faster than at that stage at harvest time than it will right now. You can see right here that this one's kinked, and already it's starting to grow back up here. Those are the early leaves. They really get big, really shade the ground well. So these little buds here start out coming out of these leaves like this. See how they're kind of coming up? This whole area is going to stretch out, and so this whole area here started from a leaf down here, just like this one, and it just keeps on growing and stretching all the way up. And you can see how many more, each one of these is going to turn into a flower, and then that will turn into a pod. And depending on the moisture, they'll get bigger and bigger. So there's, oh, let's see if we can find some pods. Yep, here we go. Here's some pods that are starting to show. And they're going to keep on stretching out. But right here on the top, that one's not going to grow anymore because the hail took that one off. Crop insurance versus hail insurance. Crop insurance is can be made into units as big or small as you want the unit to be. Most of our fields are an individual unit, so say this field got 50% hailed out, we probably wouldn't collect any crop insurance because we still might be above our guaranteed production that we have for history on that field. But if we have hail insurance, say we put $100 or $200 per acre of coverage because we have about $200 an acre into our inputs to grow a crop, and we get 50% damage, we're going to get 50% of our coverage. So hail insurance gives us a little cushion on if we get hail, where crop insurance wouldn't cover us for that. So crop insurance basically in our farm is just for catastrophic drought or something like that, or complete hailed out where it wouldn't regrow. But hail insurance will give us a peace of mind that if we have a hailstorm, we're going to at least cover some of our expenses. If the hail's bad enough, then we will get into our crop insurance too. But as of right now, this canola field has $100 of coverage on it. We should have put more, but it's already like $11 an acre for hail coverage. So that adds up in a hurry. If you don't have hail, you have to pay it. Now that we had hail, our premium will probably get covered on the hailstorm we had last night. And if we have any more damage throughout the year on this farm, it might actually, well, we might get paid on it. So if we didn't already, we might already be there. Just on looking at the few fields we've seen, it might be enough damage to cover our premium on the whole farm. So, hey there, Swather. The hail company, or the crop insurance company, or hail company, whichever you have, they have adjusters that will come out and they will do a plant count on how much damage there is, and they will be able to. They've all been trained on looking and adjusting how much percentage of damage there is. So that's our next step. Our agent will be contacted that we buy our insurance through, and they are gonna, the company will assign an adjuster and they'll come out with us, and or we'll go out with them and we'll walk the fields and see what type of damage we have. Damage here?
A little, yeah, there's some tops gone.
Gotcha.
Could have been worse.
Yeah. Could have been way worse. I came all the way over to the east side of the farm, or on the south edge of this farm, and it's got some pretty bad hail damage. All these leaves are tore up, and you can see marks on some of the stems. Everything's chewed up pretty good here. Corner back over here isn't near as bad, but we'll go do some checking. Drive all the way around up by the bins there and come back in from the north with a pickup to see the rest of the field.
Some of this stuff is leaning
Heavy rain.
right on the edge.
So this is all winter wheat. We are 2 miles south of that canola I just showed you guys that was hailed on. North, yeah, 2 miles north. And we got a couple of different varieties of winter wheat in this field, and then a third different variety over here. Don't see any hail damage. Now these spots on these leaves, these yellow spots, that's called tan spot. And it's fungus that grows, and if the leaves turn yellow, they can't take in the sunlight to create energy for the seed. So we actually had an airplane come in and sprayed fungicide on all this winter wheat around here. They're starting to fill yet?
Yeah, most of it's filled.
There you go. Here's the green kernel.
Big one.
Yeah, they're big, huge seeds. See those? So they're gonna shrink a little bit as they dry and they ripen, but
Don't clear the top.
up there on top of that hill is where that bad canola damage is at. When we get out into this stuff, and there's a few of them broken, but for the most part it looks pretty good. That's only a quarter of a mile up there. Shut this pickup off.
Like Adam and Eve could have used these.
Those are some huge leaves. But yeah, there's some potential here yet. Just lost a few stems, and some of these leaves might have been chewed up from hail, or could be from them hitting the wheat stubble that's in the plants or in the ground here. You see the random buds and blossoms on the ground here and there, but got pretty lucky. So we'll do a quick little summary here. Way up there on top of the hill, that's where the bad hail damage was here. It only really affected a little 40-acre field. Down in the valley there where we were looking, not near the damage. All of this rest of this year on this farm is winter wheat, and it looks really good. No hail damage, luckily, so I'm very thankful for that. We're gonna go home, check the peas out at home there. I haven't been back there yet, and see. Kind of seems like the outer corners of the farm so far took the brunt of the hail. Well, I just got back over by our home place, or shop, home, whatever you want to call it. This is the winter wheat that was seeded here last fall, and it is don't see any damage in it. It did hail here though. It all came straight down with no wind, so that really helps. I think over east at that other farm we had a lot of wind with that, and that's why that corner of that field really got chewed up. We have a lot of peas here though, and they're about the most tender crop because those pods will get bruises on them and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go take a peek at that here yet, but this winter wheat looks like it got off pretty easy. It survived the hail very well, so very thankful for that. I can't wait to combine this winter wheat crop. It looks amazing. So here I am in one of our pea fields, and they look really good, really nice and thick. But here's the damage from the hail. Every one of those little marks is a hailstone. So they're gonna be a few peas that will fill where those stones didn't hit, but any of the peas that are inside the pod, they're gonna abort. I don't know if you can see that or not. See through it. But there'll be a little bit of discolored peas from this at harvest time, but there's also a lot of blossoms here yet that haven't set pods on yet. So that is a good part of it. Those will continue to set pods and fill and be healthy peas. Right there is our farmyard. I was just half mile out over there, and there's a fair amount of hail damage. That's all from water standing there. Choked all those out, drowned them out. But look at these peas here. Absolutely incredible. And I don't see any hail damage in them. But just look how many pods are down in here. They're just everywhere. Good and healthy. Now these vines, they'll tangle up and grab the plants next to them. So we kind of talk about peas like friends. They like to be planted thick enough that they can grab each other. And I'm wiggling them right here. And they're moving 10 feet away from me. They all kind of help hold each other up. Problem with that is, when you get a 50-mile-an-hour wind with a thunderstorm and they all lay flat sideways, they all go down together too. So, thanks for watching. Go check out the website, Fast Egg Montana, get some hats, and just hope you guys have a blessed day. Camping.
No, he's done.
Yes.